Welcome back to the world of boxing. Today our review is devoted to the destruction of some real heavyweight monsters in MMA. Is weight important in a fight? This question is often asked by martial art lovers, who debate whether an extra few tens of kilograms will help them win in a real battle. We can get answers to this question by checking out MMA, the sport closest to a real street fight. Today, we are going to refresh in our memory 8 fights where the big guys confronted the little fighters and suffered defeats. Let's start. Bob Sapp versus Kunkley Tivadar. May 2011, K1. The main battle of the tournament was not long, but spectacular. Bob Sapp threw his opponent out of the ropes, and at some point it seemed that Sapp completely lost control. During one of the clinches, Tivadar manages to hit Bob on the head with his elbow, from which he falls to the floor of the ring and cannot continue the fight. The second fight, on December 31st, 2007. All fans of fights without rules watched an amazing fight, in which the legendary fighter Fedor Emelianenko fought, and in this duel he was opposed by a huge Korean man, Hong Man Choi, with a height of 7.1 feet and a weight of 363 pounds. Fedor's weight was 233 pounds and a height of 5.9 feet. Although Fedor is not a small fighter, he looked small against the background of this giant, which in principle did not prevent him from winning this battle.
Most everyone else picking him as Fedor shoots in on the big man. And Choi takes him down. Hong Man Choi. He's trying to do a sambo trick. He can't do it because he's just so big. You can see this. Look at the mammoth fist here of Hong Man Choi. Again, Fedor going for it. That's it. He got it. He's got it. Fedor does it.
Fight 3. Ray Mercer versus Tim Sylvia. The confrontation of two sports. The fight took place on June 13, 2009, in one of the little-known tournaments. Ex-UFC champ Tim Sylvia opposed the former world boxing champion, 48-year-old Ray Mercer. The very first blow knocked Sylvia out. The former MMA champion lost to the former world boxing champion. Gauglai Kaner Singh versus Mighty Mo. December 4th, 2004. Gauglai became the youngest and lightest fighter to compete in the 12th annual K1 World GP held in Japan. In a quarterfinal match, he was opposed by GP winner Las Vegas, the heaviest fighter in the tournament, 112-kilogram American Mighty Mo.
で行われます。そういったあたり、一茂さん、この53キロの体重差というのはね、ガオグラにとってみればありえない戦いだったわけですが。
At the end of the first round, with an effective jump kick, Gauglai knocked out Mighty Mo. Kirill Sildelnikov versus Martin Soltysik took place in March of 2008. Kirill could not build a good career in the MMA, but he was able to knock out the monstrous Martin Soltysik. During the whole battle, Soltysik attacked Kirill, but the Russian defended himself well and attacked, knocking out his larger opponent with a strong overhand right. Sergey Kharitonov versus Semi Schilt. The fight was held according to the rules of K1 in Sweden. Schilt, four-time winner of the K1 World Grand Prix, the first fighter in K1 history to win the Grand Prix 3 times, one after another, from 2005 to 2007.
Kharitonov able to hit him again and again. And now Kharitonov raining down those haymakers from the top.
In the first round, Sergey manages to end a fight by finishing off a stronger opponent from above.
Oh man, they gotta stop this fight. I knew it because with that camera shot.
The same year, 2002, Bob Sapp went on to duel against one of the best fighters in the entire Pride era, Rodrigo Nogueira, who was then the heavyweight champion and had only lost to Dan Henderson. So Bob had very little chance of winning, and he was much the inferior to the Brazilian in everything except for the frenzied power bestowed upon him by nature. In the first round, he picks up Nogueira like a bag and lands him head down on the canvas. He went on to control the champion in the stalls for almost the entire first round and showered him with blows. But the Brazilian has the heart of a lion, and he does not know how to give up. So he waits for the end of the round. Round 2, again an attack to the legs from Nogueira, and more defending against Sapp. The Brazilian attempts an unsuccessful triangle choke. Then a Chimera, but Sapp again destroys all of his plans. At the end of the second round, the Brazilian was able to finally place Sapp into an armbar and subdue him. In this fight, even though he lost in the end, Bob managed to create big problems for his opponent. In this fight, Hongman Choi will meet the little Japanese, Ikuhisa Minoa, an athlete whose height is only 5.7 feet, which is about 1.4 foot less than the Korean. However, the Japanese Ikuhisa Minoa is a very experienced fighter. He fought 101 fights and won 60 of them. The next bout between Chad Rowan, better known as Akibono, is a giant, 6'6" feet tall and weighing 500 pounds. The former sumo wrestler who decided to try himself in mixed martial arts. On December 31, 2004, a fighter from Brazil weighing 176 pounds came out against him, Royce Gracie, jiu-jitsu master, and in the end he won by a painful trick. The year was 2003. It once again was the K1 Grand Prix. This time the challenger is Mirko Krokop, known for his skill and for knocking out his rivals with one stroke of his foot. But Sapp had defeated Hust, and Hust had in turn defeated Mirko 3 times. At the beginning of the fight, Sapp makes Mirko run around the ring. But though he was running, Mirko had already figured out how to defeat his opponent. Krokop struck with a hard liver kick and then struck Bob with a left cross. This sent Bob to the hospital with a broken eye socket, requiring surgery to repair. Thank you for watching. Click the like button below this video and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.